Hi everyone, this is Miss Katie from Rockland Public Library, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a pop-up card. We're going to be making pop-up flower cards for Mother's Day. So to start out with your pop-up flower card, you're going to need 7 pieces of paper. So if you can see here, there are 7 flowers, 6 around the outside and 1 in the middle. You can choose to have them all the same color, or they can be all different colors, whatever you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay, good. I have 7. So 7 sheets of paper. And the first step that you will do to get this nice bouncing 3D flower is, let me see if I can, oh, right, perfect. You're going to take your piece and you're going to fold it into a triangle. Can you do that? So you're just going to fold into a nice triangle there. You're going to make a second fold. It's again folding on the corners to make a triangle, and then a third fold. So you're going to make 3 folds all together to make this nice handy dandy triangle. You're going to do that to all your pieces. But you want to start out with this. This is your triangle piece. And to make it into a flower, we're going to cut it kind of so it looks like a ice cream cone. So you're going to start on one side, cut around, and make it somewhat symmetrical so that it looks like this. So here we have the long pointy end. This is where all the folds are at the bottom. And this is the open piece at the top. And it goes down about equal on both sides. So when you open it up, it looks just like a heart. And you want to make sure there is a dip there to make a heart, because if it's flat, this is the part here that we are going to glue. So if it's flat and it can't bend like this, it needs to be able to bend back and forth. If it can't bend, then it's hard for you to open up the card, so the card gets kind of stuck. So you just want to make sure that it does look like a heart when you open it. And just to give you a little preview, this is what it will look like when you open it all the way up. So I'll show you again how that looks. So we take our sheet. And if you're not sure how big of a sheet to do, I did 3 inches by 3 inches. That's about the size of sticky notes. So this is a pack of sticky notes right here. It's about the same size as that. And you can make it any size you want, but this is what it looks like on a half a sheet of paper. This white sheet is a half sheet of paper. You can make it bigger or smaller. The smaller it is, the harder it is for your fingers to do it, but you can make it really small and I bet it would look awesome. Or when you make it big, the bigger it is, the bigger piece of paper that you want to put it on, or it might bust out the edges. But that's cool too. No matter how you make it, your mom is going to love it. So don't worry, it'll be great. So we're going to make one of these again. We're going to fold one fold to make the triangle. We're going to make one fold again, just like that. So that's the second fold. And then the third fold. All right, there we are again. We have the folds down at the bottom, that point where all the folds come together. And in order to make all of the flowers about the same size, you're just going to put your first one on top of the other one and cut around it. Or you can use a pencil to trace it. That way, I can use it as a guide and make them about the same size. You don't have to be too picky, but it makes sure they're all about a similar size there. So I used it like that, and so now you can see they're about the same size here. And you can open it on up, and there is our second flower. Ta-da! So you are going to stop the video here and go ahead and cut all 7 pieces so that they look like this. So you're going to go all the way through and cut them all. When you're ready for the next step, what you're going to be doing is taking these flowers and cutting them. If you can see here, these flowers don't have 8 petals like we have here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to get to 6 petals. And we also want to make sure they're not lying flat. These flowers are just hanging out lying flat, but we want them to pop up. So we are going to cut one piece off. just like this. So now we have our one piece off. We can just get rid of this, or you can even put it in the packaging so that when they open the card, all these flower petals come out. That might be kind of cool too. But you're going to end up with this. So now it has 7 petals, and you're going to glue 2 of them together so that you get a little 3D flower. So it's going to be poking up like that, if you can see. So get out your handy dandy glue stick, and we're going to go ahead and glue 2 of these pieces together. So glue the back of one of the petals and put it on the other petal, so that now you have a flower with 6 petals. Perfect. All right, so you are going to do that 7 times, just like before. You're going to make a cut one petal off, just like that. Get out your glue and put that petal together. Excellent, just like that. So you'll have all those flowers ready. Okay, now you're gonna go ahead and pause while you do all that work, and I will jump back with you when we get to the next step. See you soon. Hi everyone, welcome back. Now that you have all of your flowers cut and glued so that you have all of them with their 6 petals, our next step is just to take all of them and just fold them in half. So if you can see here, I have all of mine folded, so you can just see 3 of those petals. And we're going to take our first piece and start to glue. So I've just drawn on an X on the places we're going to glue. So we are going to take this piece and we are going to glue 1 flower on this side and 1 flower on this side. So it's going to look like this. So we have 1 glue there and 1 glue here. So if you can follow along with me at home, you're just going to put glue here and here, and you want to make sure when you are gluing that you only get just the top part. You don't want to put glue below this point, so you're just putting on the point where you can fold over. So that part right there is going to have the glue. I think you can kind of see it because it's kind of purpley. So that's what you're going to glue, and we're going to take this and we're going to stick it right on. Ta-da! And 1 on the other side here. So here we go. So the front looks like this. You have your 2 new pieces, and this main piece has 1 piece glued over here and 1 piece glued over here, so that the back looks like this. All right, so we're going to look back on the front here. And the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to put another piece here that's going to go in the same position where the red flower is. So we're going to be gluing here, here, and here. We're going to be gluing, where are you? Here we go. We're going to be gluing those 3 spots. And so because we have just 3 of our petals showing right now, it's going to be the full flower. So we're going to take 1 flower and we're going to glue it up there. And remember, again, when you're gluing, you only want to glue that top part of the petal. You don't want to glue this base. So all the part that my finger's touching right now, you don't want to put glue there, just on the top of each. So we're going to go and we're going to put a little bit of glue, on this second one, a little bit of glue on this third one. Oops. Try not to roll it over, but if it does, that's okay too. And then you stick this right on. And this piece is going to be the middle of your flower. Because if you can see, we already had the 3, and there's 3 left down here, so that middle one, the number 4 of 7, is going to be the middle of your flower. So now that I've glued that 4th piece on, here I have the 3 showing, 2 here, and then this is what the back looks like. So the back looks identical to the front. I mean, it doesn't with color, but the pattern looks the same. Okay, so now we'll start here. And if you got confused during the spinning part, they are both identical, so you can actually glue on either side. But you pick a side, This is the side I've been gluing on, so I'm going to continue gluing on this side. And now I am going to, where's my pencil? Now I'm going to glue onto 4 spots. So if you can see here, I'm going to glue one piece here and here, and another piece here and here. So we're going to glue on 2 more pieces. So we're going to put glue on the top, glue on the top. And this piece is going to go right over. So we are putting this on top of this. So you might have noticed there's no glue here, even though this piece is going to go on top. And that is on purpose. We want to make sure that's open for when the card is going to stretch. So we're going to put those 2 pieces just like that. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. You're going to take this and put the 6th piece right over it. So there's still going to be 1 piece showing from underneath. Alrighty, so there we are. We have our 3 pieces showing, 3 pieces showing, and 1 at the top. And our last glue is just going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put our last piece right like that. Okay, so you're going to glue just the top part of this one, and this one. Here we go. A little bit of glue, a little bit of glue, a little bit of glue. And then set that one nicely on top. Press, press, press. You might even want to push it down with a book to make sure it stays nice and solid there. And so the end will look like that. And it'll look the same pattern on the other side. Okay, now that I've given mine a chance to dry for a second, it's ready to put into your card. So there are only going to be 2 spots on this that you're going to glue. It's going to be this very middle piece on each side. So this piece and this piece are the only 2 you're going to glue. And again, you're only going to glue that top part. So you're only going to glue up from this line here. And when you're lining it up, you want to make sure that you're keeping this flat, and when it comes to the bend, you're keeping that bend so that your flower is just above the bend there. That way you can fully close the card, you won't have a problem. So you're going to take the glue from the other side and stick it here. So here we go. And again, for best results, you're going to want to let it dry before you open it up. But we're going to give a little facsimile of that here. So you press that down, and then you're going to do the same on this side. So again, you have just that little bit of glue at the top, and you're going to fold this piece up, fold it over, fold, 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 fold. All right, everyone, now that I've given a chance for my flower to dry, here is what it looks like. So, wablam! Very nice. So be patient, give time for your flower to dry. A good idea is to put a book on top so that it has something flat to dry with, but I didn't even use a book and it still came out like this. But letting that glue dry lets it be nice and durable because you're going to be opening it and closing it like that. So it's all ready to go. And as you can see with my example here, I also added some green paper for leaves. You can jazz it up any way you want and add a sweet message, and it's perfect for a card for your mom. So happy Mother's Day, moms. And I hope everyone had fun making this pop-up card with me. And I would love it if down below you shared a picture of your finished project if you made one of your own. So happy Mother's Day, moms, aunts, grandmothers, and friends, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.